If you're like me and love chicken wings, this recipe is going to be for you. Today we're making Vietnamese chicken wings. They're crispy, they're sweet, they're salty. There's a little bit of chili on there, completely optional by the way. These are absolutely incredible and I cannot wait to show you. Right here is everything we're going to need for today's recipe. It's super simple. You can swap and change things to make it your own. Let's jump in. So we'll start this off with 1 kilo or 2.2 pounds of chicken wings, drums and flats. Add them into a bowl. Add in 2 teaspoons each of onion and garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of fish sauce, and then just a nice pinch of salt. Give them a quick mix around, just make sure everything is evenly coated, and you should have something that looks like this. Lay them out onto a tray. If you've got a wire rack, it is recommended because the air can get underneath them. Spread them around just so they're not all bunched up. Then we're going to place these in the fridge for a minimum of 1 hour up to 48 hours, and you want to leave them uncovered as the cold air in the fridge is going to dry out the skin, and that's what's going to get these nice and crispy. Now for the glaze, we're going to need 2 shallots if you can get them, or we can just use an onion. I'm going to be using half of this, so I'll take off the tip, slice it in half, and then just save half for another dish. We want to get this diced as finely as possible, so just go through and make thin slices the whole way across, stopping at that root. It's just going to hold the onion together. I'm going to make a couple of slices into the onion, doing it horizontally. This is just going to break up that outer formation, and then go through and finely dice. If you're using a shallot, it's exactly the same process as well. Crush 5 cloves of garlic with the side of your knife. This is just going to break it up a little bit, and then we can go through and chop this up. It doesn't need to be super fine, doesn't need to be perfect. You can also put it on a grater, but grating it just going to burn a lot quicker for this one. We do want the larger pieces. All we're looking for is something nice and consistent like so. An optional ingredient, which is highly recommended, is 1 long red chili. I'm just going to take off that top and then slice it in half lengthways. You can take out the seeds or you can leave them in, it's up to you. Then with those 2 halves, I'm just going to go through and slice this up. When you have it sliced, just go through and roughly chop. I'm going to chop this up pretty much the same size as the garlic. Also, long red chilies, they're not very spicy. You can use a more spicier blend if you prefer. Next is 3 spring onions or scallions. Just separate that green stem from the white root. With the white root, we're just going to go through and thinly slice into those nice small rounds. These white rounds are going to be used in the sauce. Then with the green stem, I'm going to slice this on a slight angle, and this is going to be used as a garnish. And you can place this in ice cold water. It helps crisp it up, and it also prolongs the life as well. Now for the glaze, use a saucepan. I'm just using a small pan so you can actually see what I'm doing. Place this over a medium heat. Add in 2 tablespoons of peanut oil. While the pan and the oil are still coming up to temperature, we can add in our shallot or red onion. All we're going to do is cook this for 2 minutes, just until it lightly sizzles. We don't want to get too much color on this. We basically just want to extract the flavor into that oil. And I do recommend mixing it around every 30 seconds or so, just so that color doesn't happen. So after 2 minutes, mix it around again. As you can see, there isn't any color happening. It's just extracting that flavor. We can add in all of our garlic. Add in about 2/3 of that chili. 3.5 tablespoons of brown sugar, and 1/4 cup of fish sauce. Give that a really good mix through. Just make sure that brown sugar is broken up. All of those ingredients are thoroughly mixed through. The brown sugar is going to do 2 things here. It's going to caramelize and make the sauce nice and sticky, working with that fish sauce as well, and it's going to counter the heat of the chili. We're going to let this come up to a boil, and once it is at a boil, we'll just turn the heat down to low, and let this simmer away for about 10 minutes until it's a thick, sticky, glossy sauce. And I do recommend just mixing it around every couple of minutes or so. So then after 10 minutes, what we've got is this beautiful sticky sauce, a nice looking glaze. You should have something that looks like this. We can turn it off the heat. We'll then add in our spring onion, the white root. I'm going to finish it off with the juice of about 1/4 of a lime. You can always add more and you can always add less. Give that a quick mix through, just make sure everything's evenly combined. And then we can pop our nice sticky glaze to the side. In a bowl, add 1 cup of corn flour or cornstarch. Add in 1 teaspoon of baking powder and just a small pinch of salt. Give that a quick mix just to make sure everything's evenly combined. The corn flour also keeps it gluten-free while helping it crisp up massively. And then that baking powder also helps create aeration. And that's going to help with the bubbles going through it and get it even more crisp. Now with the chicken wings, we can take them out of the fridge. We can make sure that they're nice and dry on the surface and place them into that corn flour. Just give them a nice little coating. And we want a nice little dredge on them. We don't want to overcoat them. Just shake off any excess and then place on a tray. Just go through and do this with all of them. Keep it nice and simple, not overcoating them. And if they are too wet, you're going to run out of that dredge mix quite quickly. So make sure they're nice and dry. So with the last one in the tray, you're going to have a little bit of corn flour left in the bowl. It's better to have too much than not enough of this type of stuff. Just before we fry them, you can dunk them back in, just give them a fresh coat. And we've got some neutral oil heating up to 160 degrees Celsius or 320 degrees Fahrenheit. When it's at the correct temperature, you can place these into the remaining dredge if you wanted to, and then we're going to place them into the oil away from ourselves. We're going to do this in batches. We don't want to overcrowd the pan or cool the oil down too much. We're going to cook these for about 6 minutes until they're lightly golden and crispy on the outside. This is just the first cook. We're not going to be cooking them the whole way through right now. And I do recommend just going through and making sure none are stuck together. While these are cooking, I'll give you a little fun fact about chicken wings. Did you know it's actually better if you overcook them slightly? Most chicken is about 74 degrees Celsius internal temperature when it's cooked perfectly. You take them up to about the high 80s, early 90s. It actually breaks down the muscle fibers better and you get a more tender chicken wing. All right, these have been in here for 6 minutes now. As you can see, starting to get a nice light golden color on there and that shell is nicely crisped up. Just going to place them onto a wire rack to drain off any of that oil. Doing this in batches, just make sure that your temperature comes back up correctly before you add in the next batch. And if you've taken them straight out of the fridge to cook them, you're probably going to drop the oil's temp by about 20 degrees, so just make sure you compensate for that. So we'll get the next batch in, and then I'll see you in a minute when all of these are done. All right, welcome back. What we're going to do now is bring our temperature up to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and this is going to be for the second cook, and this is going to get them extra crispy and get that color that we want. With us at the second correct temperature, we'll add our chicken wings back in. Again, do this in batches. We're only going to fry these for 2 minutes this time, just to get that nice golden color and that nice crisp. After 2 minutes, what we'll do is just carefully remove them, place them onto a clean wire rack. And as you can see, you got that beautiful golden color, exactly what we want, and those shells are nicely crisp. So we'll just go through and repeat with the remaining batch. Now what we'll do is add all of our chicken wings into a bowl. Try not to drop one. We'll then grab our sauce, just lightly warm it back up again. Doesn't need to be boiling hot. Just add that straight over the top. We'll add in a bit of our spring onion. We can save even more as a garnish. It's up to you. Then what I have here is some coriander or mint. It is completely optional, but I do highly recommend it. It completely changes these chicken wings. And all I'm going to do is just tear this up and add it through. With the mint, just make sure you pick the leaves off the stems and then just tear up the mint a little bit. You can chop it if you prefer, but tearing it up like this gives it that nice little rustic look. So with all of that in, just give these a nice little mix around, toss them in the sauce, get everything coated up. Now I'm just going to swap to a spatula. I don't want to break up that crust anymore. And what you're looking for is a beautiful bowl of chicken wings that looks like this. Now I'd say this recipe serves 2, it can serve 4, or if you're like me, I'm just going to eat this whole bowl to myself. Just stack them up however you like. Just make sure you get all of that sauce and all of the herbs in there as well. There's going to be some flavor left in the bowl, so just evenly proportion it around the bowl. Garnish it with a bit more fresh coriander or cilantro. Again, just tearing it up and adding it over. Same again with some mint leaves. Just adds that beautiful freshness. Add over the remaining chili if you'd like to do that, or you can add it all into the sauce. It's not a problem at all. And I'm just going to finish it off with those remaining spring onions or scallions. These look absolutely incredible. They smell amazing. You can serve them with a lime wedge as well for that little bit of acidic touch. But right there is a beautiful bowl of chicken wings. As you can see, it's crispy, it's golden. Absolutely everything that you want from a chicken wing. There's only one thing left to do, and that is, of course, we can then dig in. The chicken's juicy, the crunch is perfection, that sauce is incredible as well, and the fresh mint, the fresh coriander, spring onions, it all brings it together.